Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to TerickTime. In the last couple of episodes, we have been working super hard over at the village area up in the mountains, and I've been having a ton of fun with that, but I think it's time that we get some work done on the Megabase. So, we've got this side all completed up, and now I think it's time that I get that side up to speed. So we're going to kick this episode off to a super fast time lapse with a whole lot of block placing. Oh my goodness. It's coming together. That looks so cool. All right, and for a few little things that I didn't or wasn't able to kind of show in the time lapse, this has all been filled in. So this is going to be a giant space that I can work with. I'm kind of thinking I can throw some farms in here. Like I could have this being like a water stream going over to the tower, so I could have farms that, like a bamboo or a sugarcane farm in here. Everything just kind of gets spilled over into this area. I thought that's kind of cool. And then this is the other tower. So I've inlaid the first floor here, and I do want to have the kind of same mentality as the other tower that I was talking about, is this kind of, and all of the roofs. I'm excited. I'm very excited with how much I've been able to get accomplished this last day. So I am sorry. But this kind of is going to be like a grand foyer with a tree. Yes, a big tree. So I haven't thrown in the second floor yet because I don't know how big the tree is yet. And I want to make sure it doesn't look squished. So there's going to be a giant tree. There's going to be, again, probably water pipes in the corners. But I'm thinking 2 of the pipes are going to be elevators. And then 2 are actually going to be item elevators. So as I continue to build in this tower and continue to build little farms like bamboo, sugarcane, basalt, whatever the case may be, everything is going to get funneled into the corners and pushed all the way up to the very top, where once this top part gets finished, is going to have a storage building for all of the farmed items. So all the iron is going to come up here, and then basically every little farm that I can kind of come up with to put in here is all going to get bulk stored up at the top here. Back over at the other tower, the previously built one, I was experimenting a little bit, and I've actually thrown in the smooth quartz that I had, and yeah, it looks real nice, real nice. Oh, and I added little archways here as well, kind of in the middle, just to kind of finish it there, and I very, very much liking that little detail. But it does mean that I need a lot of smooth quartz. Like all of this, all of that, and all of that. So I'm not digging that out of the nether. So that's why we need villagers, because they are OP. Oh, and then the top part here, I've kind of started to sketch out what we can do on the actual top here. So the storage building is going to be kind of like a big round cylinder. Well, good job, Derek. Cylinders are round. Yes, they are. But it's going to kind of come up, have a little roof, and then we're going to figure out some details on it. So I haven't got this build figured out yet, but I just kind of know that this is the placement. I might make it a little bit bigger so these elevators kind of are inside it though. That's probably a good idea. Or maybe we do jutty out bits. Probably jutty out bits. But then also I need a ton of stone to cover this. And I did come up with a solution on, well, part of a solution on how I can kind of start to combat the snow problem. Yes. A, it's an amazing sound. B, I'm like 99% sure snow can't generate on top of an anvil. So my railing will be taken care of, and I'm going to be putting my iron farm to good use. So, yes. I am, though, going to be needing a lot of anvils. From there to there is one stack. Yeah, I'm gonna be AFKing in the iron farm overnight for the next little while. And unfortunately, because I don't really know what I want to build for my storage room yet, other than a cylinder, I'm going to work on something I do want to kind of know what I want to do, which is down in the foyer here. So I'm going to build my fancy little tree here, and then let's try and come up with some pillars and decorations and whatnot for the foyer here to really give it a nice grand feel. Okay, I love how this turned out. It is massive and magnificent. It needs maybe some the glowberry vines kind of coming down in a few places, or maybe just some lanterns kind of hanging down. But I really wanted this kind of mystical kind of tree vibe, and I feel like I'm off to a really good start here. So I'm gonna go grab a few things like glowberries and a little bit of bone meal, probably just to. Actually, no, I can't bone meal the moss. That'll eat my tuff. So I'm gonna go get some grass and maybe a couple of flowers, and let's kind of finish up this little center area here. And there we go. Just a little bit of grass, some roses, and a little bit of the glowberries, just to really kind of lighten the whole area up. Just give it that little bit of life it needed as well. So, and then I've gone ahead and thrown the second floor in, which it's a pretty decent ways up here, and still gives me lots of room for activities. So I'm really wanting to get kind of creative with this tower and kind of be able to have a space to just build and do decorative things. So this space, I'm planning on kind of upping the detail factor. So kind of like maybe some big detailed columns going up, a detailed ceiling, just kind of really making it a cool space to kind of be. But what I would like to do for now is kind of define the corner pillars a little bit with the water in it. And I've had this idea where I could probably take red terracotta and just kind of go up the sides here. And then some red glass as well. And then if I can actually close a couple of these in, because then as I'm coming down or up, I can still land. And that should kind of work. And then you can also still see out as well, which I thought would be kind of nifty. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this in. And let's just kind of get a little gander at what this is going to look like. I think that looks really cool. Yes, I really like that. So now I have 3 more sections, but I just had an idea, like literally this second, and I'm gonna try and do a little bit of a detail here, which you may be familiar with, but I don't know why. This just sounds like a swell idea, so I'm gonna give it a shot. What if, for just a little bit of decoration here, I built a wee little statue kind of like I did over at the gunpowder farm and the ruins. But, you know, something kind of along this line where the statues are weird. I feel like maybe something. Are my proportions not right? Yep, proportions are definitely wrong. Yep. There we go. And with just a little bit of the regular stone mixed in as well. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to be holding yet, but I like the idea of having a whole bunch of statues and then the red going up to the second floor with the deep slate in the back there, just kind of give it that black and red contrast. And then these guys just taking up some of the space on the floor. I like where this is going. So I'm going to go ahead and build a whole bunch more here, and then I'll bring you back in. It looks pretty cool, everybody. Yeah. I love this little feeling here. This is awesome. Like it probably is going to get tweaked in the future when I think of something else, but for right now, I'm really loving my little foyer to this tower. It is come together so very well. Now, I have a second floor that I need to think about. I have a top floor, and I have a storage room up here that I need to worry about. But that's not going to happen in this episode. It's not gonna. I think that we should go visit a little spot that we haven't been to in quite some time. Down the coastline to the Lush Cave. We haven't been down here in a hot minute, and I miss it. Because it's such a cool little area, and I should do more down here. I really should. So I'm thinking it might be some time to, well, that's the problem. You're not supposed to look like this, but I don't have beeswax. Okay, maybe that sorts what we're going to be doing down here. We need honeycomb, so I can keep my copper from doing coppery things. So let's figure out where we can put a little bee farm. Alrighty, I have done some humming and hawing and collected a whole bunch of resources, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I have an image in my head. Now let's see if I can make it into little square block form. Last time we were here, we made this little bridge, and it started to kind of meander this way, and I am kind of thinking that I like this. I'm not going to fight you for it. Thank you. I think I'm kind of liking this spot, but it does mean that the water is going to have to go, and maybe it's not such a good spot. Hang on, let me peruse the landscape. All right, after some more humming and hawing, I've decided actually over here is a good spot. So kind of right where this mushroom is, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to take the mushroom down and say hello. But this spot I like because when you come down the staircase, you're gonna be greeted by this build here, and then there's gonna be this one in the background, and then as kind of more things come to mind, I can potentially build a little bit over there and kind of draw you into the cave, so to speak. So I'm hoping this is going to work. So I'm going to, well, set myself up a little bit here and then make friends with the locals, I guess. Thank you. After some deliberation and several creeper attacks, I have chosen this spot. All right, now I am trying to figure out how to build this farm in the right spot. So I've got space for decoration, I've got an actual wall, and then I've got a chest, and then I've got my hopper that goes into my dispenser. So the dispenser's about there, but it's going to be there-ish. Oh, this is hurting my brain. 1 second. Okay, so I think I figured it out. I hope I figured it out. But basically, we're going to have a space here for, like columns and logs and stuff like that. This is going to be our wall, and then this section here is going to be our farm. Where we're going with I don't know. I honestly don't know who originated this design. If you know, please let me know so I can, do my thing. But I found like 17 different videos with this design. But that being said, it's a pretty simple design, hence why it's probably everywhere. But basically I've done it wrong already, I think. Have I done it wrong already? Because that needs to be there. I do need more dirt. I need more dirt. I need one more piece of dirt. Yes. Those are in the wrong place. 1 second. Okay. I think I am finally getting onto the right track. What we're doing here is we are switching the design up a little bit. So I'm putting down upside down stairs there. So then I can do, oh my goodness, I can waterlog them. Because if I waterlog them, I don't have to look at the water, and it can keep the... Where's my hoe? Found it. So that is going to be tilled soil. I'm then going to... I'm just going to use deep slate. Fill this up here. This just needs to come out for now. And... that's what I wanted to avoid. Okay. Oh goodness gracious. Let me just build the farm, the part that is hurting my brain, and then I'll bring it back in. After a... Yeah, that hurt my brain. I don't know why that hurt my brain so hard. But I've got 2 beehives, and I think 3, maybe 4 bees, which is going to be challenging. But I don't want to breed them yet, because right now they'll just fly away, and that will make me sad. So the other thing I'm doing is I've got these 5 here are going to be set up for shears and honeycomb. And then this little lonesome one on the side here, once I get that going, is going to be the glass bottles for honey block. You know, the thing that I don't use very often, so I don't need a lot of it. But now, we need to make this look less clunky and weird, and yeah. So let me go ahead and do that in the form of a fancy little time lapse, I'm thinking. And let's see how it turns out. I think that turned out so well. Look at this. We got our little bridge, and then we got a nice little path, little cobblestone path coming over to the house, and a nice big fancy custom mushroom. I'm gonna have to make more of those. I really like how that kind of came together. And then just a simple little interior that's oxidizing already. Stop it. But yeah, look at this. I really like it. I really like it. And it's nighttime, of course, but I don't have a bed with me. But all the while I've been doing this, the bees have been working a little bit. So we got 15 honeycombs so far. So at least I can make, I think I can make the rest of the beehives that I need so I can get that going. And then I just need to hang out here for a couple of hours to get some honeycomb. But that's okay. But folks, that AFK session's going to have to happen another time. But in the meantime, let's just take a little look in here. I don't think I've ever looked in here with shaders. Huh. It's, that's really cool. That's really cool. And of course it's nighttime. Why must it always be nighttime? But folks, I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here. It has been a ton of building. We have made mega progress on the Megabase. We've even got it started on the interior here. We've got a tree, we've got our foyer all built up, and we even went and built a honeycomb farm in the Lush cave. It has been an absolutely crazy episode. Thank you so very much for sharing your time. I truly do appreciate it. And until next time, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.